Hello, little dreamer. Welcome to Nighty Night Stories, where cozy adventures help sleepy eyes rest and tiny hearts feel safe and warm. Tonight's story is called The Mouse Who Painted the Moon. So snuggle in, take a soft breath, and feel your body melt into your comfy bed. Are you ready? Good. Let's begin. In a tiny, cozy burrow, tucked safely beneath the thick, winding roots of an old willow tree, lived a little mouse named Pip. Pip's burrow was warm and smelled of dried chamomile and sweet grass. The walls were decorated with his art: a painting of a swirly snail shell on a piece of smooth bark, a sketch of a fluffy dandelion clock on a flat stone, and a colorful mosaic made from fallen petals. Pip was not like the other field mice. While they loved the bright, busy sunshine and spent their days scurrying and scampering, gathering seeds and berries, Pip's heart belonged to the quiet world of the night. He was a nighttime artist, and his biggest, most wonderful dream was to paint a picture of the big, beautiful moon that hung in the sky like a silver lantern. Every evening, just as the sun would dip below the horizon, painting the sleepy clouds in shades of soft orange and sleepy pink, Pip would prepare his supplies. His paintbrush was made from the softest feather of a gentle dove. His paints were made from all the treasures he found in the meadow. He had a deep, dreamy purple from crushed blackberries, a sunny, happy yellow from dandelion petals, and a calm, peaceful blue from the juice of wild blueberries. One night, Pip peeked out from the door of his burrow and gasped. The moon was fuller and brighter than he had ever seen it. It was a perfect circle of milky, glowing light, and it cast a gentle, silvery glow over the entire meadow. The dewdrops on the spiderwebs sparkled like tiny diamonds, and the leaves on the willow tree shimmered as if they were coated in sugar. "Tonight is the night," Pip whispered to himself, his little whiskers twitching with excitement. "Tonight I will paint my masterpiece." He gathered his feather brush and his little pots of paint. But as he looked at the magnificent moon, he felt something was missing. His paints were beautiful, but they couldn't capture the moon's special sparkle, that magical shimmer that made the whole world feel enchanted. "I need moon-shimmer," he decided. "I must go and find it." Taking a deep breath, the brave little mouse scurried out into the quiet meadow. The grass was cool and soft beneath his tiny paws. The air was still and smelled of damp earth and night-blooming flowers. The only sound was the gentle, rhythmic song of the crickets, a peaceful chirp, chirp, chirp that sounded like a lullaby for the world. Pip felt as if their song was cheering him on. He trotted past sleeping buttercups and tall stalks of lavender, his eyes searching for something that shimmered. Soon, he saw a soft, pale green light fluttering near a patch of clover. It was a beautiful Luna moth, her wings looking like they were made from moonlight itself. "Hello," whispered Pip. "I am looking for moon-shimmer to finish my painting. Do you know where I can find some?" The Luna moth blinked her dark, gentle eyes. "I spend my whole life following the moon's lovely light," she hummed, her voice like the rustle of leaves. "The moon shares its shimmer most generously near the whispering stream. Its reflection dances on the water there. Follow the sound of the softest bubbling, and you will find it." Pip thanked the kind moth and listened carefully. He could just hear it, a gentle trickling sound. He followed the sound, and soon he arrived at the edge of a stream that flowed as smoothly as dark velvet. And there, sitting on a mossy stone, was a very old and very wise tortoise. Silas was gazing at the moon's perfect reflection in the water. The reflection wiggled and shimmered, breaking into 1,000 sparkling lights every time a water skier danced across the surface. "Good evening," said Pip softly so as not to startle him. "I was told I could find moon-shimmer here." Silas turned his head slowly and gave Pip a warm, wrinkly smile. "Ah, a young artist. The moon's shimmer is everywhere tonight," he said. "But it is not something you can put in a pot. It is a feeling. It is a light. Look there." Silas nodded his head towards a large, intricate spiderweb strung between two ferns. It was covered in tiny, perfect beads of dew, and inside every single dewdrop was a tiny, perfect, shimmering reflection of the big moon in the sky. The whole web looked like a necklace of pure light. Pip's heart filled with wonder. He understood. The shimmer wasn't a color he could mix, but a light he needed to capture. He found a smooth gray river stone that already had little flecks of sparkle in it. He would crush a tiny piece of it into a silvery dust to remember the light. With a heart full of gratitude, Pip said goodbye to wise Silas and began his journey back to the old willow tree. As he scampered through the grass, a friendly firefly, seeing his important mission, blinked its light to guide his way, leading him directly back home. Pip felt braver and more inspired than ever. He scurried up the long, winding trunk of the old willow tree, his tiny paws knowing just where to go. When he reached the highest branch, he felt like he was on top of the world, with the moon close enough to touch. He set up his little easel, a flat piece of bark. First, he painted the big, glowing circle with his dandelion yellow. Then, he gently mixed in a little bit of blackberry juice to create the soft, shadowy patches he could see on the moon's gentle face. Finally, he took a pinch of the sparkly dust from the river stone, and with the very tip of his feather brush, he added tiny, shimmering specks to his painting. It came alive. It now had the magic of the moon-shimmer. He had done it. He had painted not just what the moon looked like, but what it felt like. The little firefly who had lit his path blinked its light brightly. "Oh, that's beautiful," the firefly buzzed softly. "You've captured the moon's gentle smile." Pip felt a warmth spread through his whole body, a feeling cozier than his mossy bed. He looked from his painting to the real moon and felt a happy, peaceful connection to the quiet, magical night. With his masterpiece complete, he carefully packed his things and scurried back down the willow tree, his heart full and his mind calm. Tucked safely in his burrow, with his beautiful moon painting placed carefully beside him, Pip snuggled into his soft bed. He closed his eyes and drifted into a deep and happy sleep, dreaming of shimmering streams, kind new friends, and a sky full of sparkling silvery light. Good night, little dreamer. Sleep peacefully, and may your dreams sparkle softly. Nighty night.